Everyone else agrees, and you feel the pressure to just go along with it. But caving every time costs you more than you think, so what can you actually say to hold your ground without blowing everything up?
How can you stand your ground when the group pushes you?
Yes, well, the key insight here is that group pressure tends to operate like a momentum system, and the most effective way to resist it is not to simply refuse, but to interrupt that momentum with precision. Ask something like, "What's the plan if this goes wrong?" Or, "What exactly are we trying to achieve here?" Because a well placed question creates a pause, and in that pause, reason has a chance. Then offer a concrete alternative. Don't just say no, give them somewhere else to go. And if you need time, be specific about it. Say you're not deciding tonight, not just that you need to think. Oh, and when things escalate, pick a simple boundary line and repeat it. Stop re arguing the same point. Because in heated group situations, the loudest voice tends to win, not the most accurate one. Put simply, a calm, specific response is harder to push against than a vague one.
How can you stand your ground when the group pushes you?
Okay, so here's the thing people don't really think about. Standing your ground is one thing, but if you haven't planned for what happens after, that's where it gets scary, because the group can turn, yeah? So, before it even gets to that point, if you can, talk to someone one-on-one before the whole group is watching, because that's way less pressure on everyone. And, I don't know, try to say something early before it builds up and gets harder to stop. And please, have an exit, your own way home, a reason to leave, a friend who's on the same page as you. Because if you're stuck there with no way out, that's a bad situation. And keep your words calm. Don't make it a challenge. Just something like, "I'm not comfortable," or "I'm out." Simple. Low drama. I don't know, it might feel like you're being a bit of a coward, but honestly, that's just being smart about it.
Oh, sweetheart, the most important thing to remember is that you can say no to what someone is doing without saying no to who they are. Because people get those two things tangled up, and that's where it all goes wrong. If you can say something like, "I love hanging out with you, I'm just not doing that particular thing," then the relationship is still there. It's still warm. You haven't pushed anyone away. And if you can offer something else to do together, even better, because then you're not making it a choice between you and the group. And here's something else, dear. If you're feeling the pressure, chances are someone else in that group is feeling it too. Sometimes all it takes is one person to speak first, and then others find it easier to breathe. So quietly, gently, reach out. We do better together, sweetheart. We always have.
How can you stand your ground when the group pushes you?
Oh, baby, let me tell you something. If you walk into that moment sounding unsure of yourself, they are going to smell it. People can feel hesitation, and the second they feel it, they push. So the move is to make your no sound like it's just who you are. Not a debate, not a negotiation, just a fact about you. Say something like, "I don't mess with that," or "That's not my thing," and say it like you've said it 1,000 times, because then there's nothing to argue against. And honey, if it fits your style, a little humor, a little lightness, that can take the heat right out of the room without you having to surrender a single thing. The goal is to sound exactly like yourself, because if you start performing something fake, they feel that too. And then they push harder. Baby, your real voice is your strongest one. Use it.
Listen up, champ. Pressure works on image, so use image back. When someone pushes you, don't get flustered. Don't over-explain. Don't apologize. That looks weak. Instead, stay calm. Short answer. Done. Something like, "I'm good," or "I've made my call." No drama, no defense. Drama is weakness. Calm is strength. And here's a move that actually works. Pre-commit to something that makes your boundary sound like leadership. Tell the group early you've got training in the morning. Tell them you're the designated driver. Now your no isn't you backing down. It's you being the one holding it together. That's not a retreat, champ. That's a position. People don't challenge confidence. They challenge hesitation. So don't hesitate. Make your decision. Own it. Look like you meant it all along. Because you did.
How can you stand your ground when the group pushes you?
My child, standing your ground is rarely just one thing. It is not only willpower, and it is not only words. It is the timing of when you speak, the care you take not to make others feel discarded, and the quiet design of having somewhere to go if the moment turns. The question you ask, placed gently at the right time, can slow a river without damming it. The alternative you offer can keep a bridge standing, and the boundary you keep simple, the one you can say twice without losing your footing, that is the one that holds. People sense when a no comes from somewhere real. They sense when it is rooted, not rattled. And a rooted person is very hard to move. The ground beneath you, child, was always yours. You only had to remember it was there.
If you made it this far, you're gonna want to see what comes next. Hit subscribe so you don't miss our next video, and click the video on screen now to keep learning more. See you in the next video.